Hi guys, it's me Tara coming to you from thecraftsergeant.com, and thanks for joining me for another video tutorial. So today I am really excited to share with you a really awesome card that is really fun, it's bold, yet it's glamorous and can fit any kind of occasion that you can think of. We're talking parties, we're talking galas, we're talking New Year's. So this card can be found on page 69 of our 2018-2019 annual catalog, and it was a lot of fun to create. So without further ado, let me go ahead and tell you exactly what you're going to need to create these beautiful cards, along with how to create it. Alright, so the first thing that I used on this card was the stamp set called Broadway Birthday. It is really fun. Look how cute this is. Oh my gosh, there's like a party hat, there's a balloon, there's some little sparkles there, and ice cream with an ice cream cone, there's a candle, and there's some really awesome sentiments in this set. What also coordinates with this stamp set is that there is a Broadway Lights framelit die set, and it's a lot of fun. It's like a marquee, and you can either use it as is, or you can use some of our metallic pearls to dress up those dots that you can see as if you were on Broadway. There's also another die in here that I already took out. We're going to actually use the wish die today to create this card. But this stamp set and the coordinating dies is a lot of fun to play with. It is photopolymer, so you are going to need some sort of clear acrylic block and a Stampin' Pierce mat in order to get that even pressure. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the cardstock. So first, you're going to need a piece of basic black cardstock that measures at 5.5 inches by 11 inches, and it's scored at 5.5 inches. Now, for those of you who have been watching me for a while, you guys probably know that this is kind of stepping out of my comfort zone. I usually do a standard A2 size card, but this is my very first square card that I've done, so it was a lot of fun to create. So I look forward to creating more types of cards like this. It's a lot of fun. So that's the first piece of cardstock that you're going to need. Let's go ahead and move this stuff out of the way. Alright, so the next piece you're going to need is a piece of Broadway Bound Specialty Designer Series paper. This measures at 5.25 inches by 5.25 inches. The reason why this is called specialty paper is because of the foiling. There are a few sheets in this paper pack that actually have foiling on them, so and the paper is a little thicker than the average designer series paper, and as you can see, it's double-sided, so there's another design on the back, which is a lot of fun actually when you look at it, but we're not going to use that side. You're also going to need 2 pieces of thick whisper white. One piece is going to be our frame, and the other piece is going to be the back side that's going to cover our shaker window. Okay, so these 2 pieces both measure 4 3/4 of an inch by 4 3/4 of an inch. Now, to get this frame, all I did was I took one of our layering square dies, as you can see here, and I took the largest square, and I just placed it into the center, ran it through my Big Shot, and cut out the frame. So that's how I got this piece. You're going to need a window sheet, and this measures 4 inches by 4 inches. I also have a scrap piece of basic black, and on the back side I attached some of our multi-purpose sheets onto the back to create a sticker, so that way it's easier for me to stick this word here down onto the window sheet, so I don't have to worry about glue getting all over the window. Okay, I also have a few pieces of powder pink. This is one of our end colors, and this is going to be the pieces where we stamp our sentiment onto. And then I have a piece of gold foil that we're going to use as an accent as well. You're also going to need a scrap piece of lemon lime twist and whisper white, and this is just so we can create our little shaker bits for our card. This piece measures about 5.5 inches or 5 inches, and then this is just a scrap piece of whisper white that I found in my stash, and I basically just did 5 rows of cutouts for these diamonds on the lemon lime twist, and I'm going to do a total of 3 for the whisper white. For inks, I used Lovely Lipstick, Pineapple Punch, and Lemon Lime Twist. And in addition to those, I also used my basic black Stampin' Right marker, and this is going to be for the wick on our candle, because we're going to stamp a candle onto our card. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but it's right there. So I am using the metallic sequin assortment along with some of our metallic pearls. I'm going to use the gold ones for this. I also use my embossing buddy. I'm going to show you the trick on why I use this. I'm going to need some tearing tape. Well, you're not going to need it, but I actually use tearing tape on this project. I use Tombow liquid multi-purpose glue. I use some Stampin' dimensionals, and I also use some of our foam adhesive strips, and this is to create our shaker card, our little shaker window. And then I have some sort of pen, or well, this is a white uniball pen, but I use this, and I'm going to show you a trick on how to get all of those little metallic pearls lined up perfectly on your card. All right, so I think that's all the stuff that you're going to need. If there's anything additional, I will make sure I mention it in the video. So if you are wanting any of the measurements or you want the supplies, I've linked the supplies down below as well, along with a coordinated blog post with more details on this project. All right, so we're going to start off with our card base, and I'm going to go ahead and assemble the bottom portion of this card. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bone folder, sliding all over the place, and I'm going to crease my card. Make sure I burnish that edge down. And then I'm going to take some of my Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue, and we're going to try to get this all over the card in the places where we need it. Oop, I think I got it a little too close to the edge, but that's fine. And you can put it in any direction you want. I'm going to put it in this direction, but I'm going to go ahead and place this piece of designer series paper right here on the center of my card base. So I'm going to line it up. All right, so we're going to set that to the side, let it dry, and we're going to go ahead and do our stamping. And I'm going to first take my lemon lime twist, and we're going to stamp our little diamonds all over our frame of Whisper White. And the next thing we're going to stamp is our flame, and that's going to be in Pineapple Punch. And we're going to just stamp that on our scrap piece of Whisper White. And then we're going to stamp our candle in Lovely Lipstick. So we're going to ink that up, but before we stamp it down, we're going to take our Stampin' Right marker. We're going to take the brush tip, and I'm just going to color the wick, and we're going to stamp that as well onto our piece of Whisper White. And now I'm going to take my powder pink strips of paper, and I'm going to just ink up these two sentiments. And I think that's all of our stamping. So let's go ahead and put these to the side, and we're going to go ahead and assemble our shaker card. All right, so to do that, I'm going to just flip over my frame, and I'm going to take my tearing tape. All right, and then we're going to take our window sheet, and we're going to go ahead and stick it onto our frame. Okay, so when you do shaker cards, a lot of times what happens is the little shaker pieces that are on the inside love to cling because of static, right? So to eliminate the static inside of the window, I take my embossing buddy, and if you rub the window with this will keep down the static, so that way when you go to put your shaker bits in and shake them, they're not going to just cling to the window. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and take our foam strips, and we're going to place them around our window. You want to make sure that you place them in a way where they're not, where you can't see it through the window. Alright, so now that we have completed our shaker window, now it's time for us to put in our sequins and all of our little shaker bits. But before we do that, I wanted to show you how I cut out the little diamonds, along with cutting out our candle and our flame and the word wish. Alright, so this is my big shot. This is Big Mama. That's what I call her. Alright, so basically how I cut out the little diamond pieces is I took this little die here, and all I did was I just lined it up onto the piece of cardstock that I'm using at the time, and then I just roll it through. Now for the wish, you want to keep this inside of the die. And I'm going to show you a trick with how to line up these little metallic pearls, okay? Because when you take this out of the die, there are no holes. There's no way to tell where to line up those little pearls. So what I did was I just left the cardstock inside of the die, and I took my little Uniball, my little white pen, and I just went into all of the little injection holes, and I just put a little polka dot inside of them. Alright, so as you can see, there's like little white dots, so that's where I'm going to line up all of my pearls. Alright, so let's bring the window back, and now it's time for us to fill our shaker card. So the first thing I did was I took all of my little diamonds that I cut out, and we're going to just place them right in the center. And then I'm going to take some of our metallic sequin assortment, and I'm going to do like 2 to 3 pinches. Alright, and now we're going to remove the backing of our foam strips, and we're going to apply the piece of Whisper White that is the same measurements, the 4 3/4 inch piece, and we're going to place it right on top of our shaker window. And there you go, there's the shaker piece. Alright, so now it's time for us to assemble our card. So we're going to go ahead, take some of our Tombow glue, and we're going to place our shaker window onto the top of our card like so. And now we're going to apply our sentiments. We're going to take our paper snips, and we're going to angle the end of the make A, and then we're going to cut off a little bit. We're going to cut it down. And we're going to take our glue. You can use glue dots for this as well. And we're going to place this little guy like right on top of our window. Just like that. It creates kind of like a flag. Alright, then we're going to glue down our candle. And then we're going to begin to remove the backing off of our word wish. So first starting with W. Alright, so now we're going to do the You Deserve This portion. So we're going to cut this little guy down as well. And we're going to take a little bit of glue, and we're going to apply it right at the bottom of this sentiment, and we're going to stick it right onto our piece of gold foil, and we're going to cut this one down as well, the foil down. Alright, now it's time for us to apply all of our little metallic dots. Alright, so now that we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and take our Stampin' Dimensionals, place them on the back side of our sentiment, the You Deserve This, or You Deserve It. We're going to do about 3 of them on the back side. And now, just to add the last touch to this, we're going to take our Wink of Stella pen and then color in that flame to make it sparkle. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Look how pretty they are. I love them. They're so fun. Love shaker cards. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, be sure to give me a thumbs way up. Alright, and also you can find all of the information regarding this project down below in the description box. I've also included a link that will take you straight over to my website, thecraftsurgeon.com, where there's a blog post that has more details on this project, like the measurements and the supply list. I've also included the supplies down below as well, so if you are interested in purchasing any of the items that you saw today, you can purchase down below as well. It'll take you straight to my online store. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the things Stampin' Up! And to receive notifications on all of my uploaded video tutorials that I try to get out every week. But other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching and happy stamping.